If you're new here, I'm Angelic Charm Oracle. I do weekly pick-a-card readings on YouTube. I do live readings, and I just started doing exclusive weekly bonus readings on Patreon for $1. In today's reading, we're going to find out what you should be focusing on, where your attention should be. You can pick a pile however feels right for you. There is no wrong way or right way to pick a pile. You should know within the first few minutes if that is your reading. And if it doesn't feel like it resonates, don't make it fit where it doesn't. Just either pick a different pile, or you can also pick a different reading. All the timestamps and everything will be in the description box below, along with my website, the link to my Patreon, all the information that you need. I'm just gonna finish tweaking my setup a little bit. Hey to all the people who are joining, I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm getting better at setting everything up before I start the live. Like before, the video looked really janky, but it's getting a little bit better. I found a few workarounds to like visually see what everything is gonna look like. I think that looks okay. Hi, Whimsy. I'm doing good, love. How are you? I'm sorry if you can hear all the noise in the background. My husband is doing yard work today, and I didn't want to interrupt him. Let me know if it's like really loud, and then I can try to shut the window or something. Hey, Liat. Liat says, have you ever tried Lomi Lomi Hawaiian massage? I booked one for tomorrow morning, and it'll be the first time trying this technique. I've never had a Lomi Lomi massage. For me, I don't trust anyone to give me a Lomi massage. Like, I'm trying to think of how to put it. So, it's similar to Reiki, where someone is like really tapping into your energy. And if you go to the wrong practitioner, it can actually make you really sick. So I've never gotten a Lomi massage. Who are you getting a massage from? Have you met this person before? Hi, Raheem. How are you doing, love? Whimsy says she's good, not feeling so well today. Uh-oh. Did you get your vaccine this week, Whimsy? How did that go? How are you feeling? Hi, boss lady. How are you doing? Good to see you guys. Raheem says he's doing well. He's been seeing 777 almost every day. That's awesome. 777 is a good number to see. One of the best. And Boss Lady is sending heart emojis. Yay. Liat says her name is Ohana. She was highly recommended in the SD Connected Community Facebook group. We spoke on the phone. I feel very good about her energetically. Ohana is her name. I've never met anyone in my entire life that actually was named Ohana. Yeah, I'm kind of sketched out by it, honestly. There's a lot of like weirdos out there who try to practice our cultural techniques, and they have no training or authorization. They're not even Kanaka Mo'oli, which is Native Hawaiian. So I'm like, just right off the bat, I'm really sketched out by that. And with her name being Ohana, that's like just a huge red flag to me. Ohana means family, and that's not like a name that you name your child. Yeah. Raheem says Ohana like family. I learned that from Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, it's Lilo and Stitch did that. And there's a whole letter missing from that. Like, it's called the Okino. Okino, oh my God. Okina, it's a glottal stop. And it's that actual letter. Her last name is Friedrich. Never heard that name either. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to last names, because Hawaii was so heavily colonized within the last 150 to 200 years, there are a lot of Kanaka Maoli with Caucasian last names, European last names, but Ohana is not like a first name. So I know it sounds like, I don't want to come off as mean or anything, but we know if someone is from here or if someone's like really Kanaka Maoli based on their first name. And usually if someone's name is like Lani or like Leilani or something weird like Ohana or like Lilikoi, like we know that they're not from here. Hey Sterling, how are you doing, love? All right, so I'm gonna get started with the reading. Do you guys know what piles you guys are gonna pick? And I didn't look at these cards yet, so I'm like very curious as to what's gonna come out. Pile number 1. Raheem says pile number 1. Whimsy says 2 and 3. Okay. My poor nails. I just haven't been feeling it lately. Haven't been wanting to do my nails. Liat says 1 and 3. Okay. Sterling says 1 and 3. All right. Let's find out. We have the Gentle Gardener. And we have 1 and then we go to 2. So Spirit, it really wants you to focus on planting those seeds and nurturing the seeds that you've already planted. So there's a lot of housekeeping that needs to go on here. That could be literal housekeeping, like within your home. It could be within your projects, within your mind, the goals that you set out for yourself. It's time to go over everything and see that it's getting the nutrients that it needs to grow. It's in the right environment. And then we have the storm fields. Okay. We want to make sure that our seeds are strong enough to weather any storm that may come, any unexpected changes. So right now we're in like this very still period, and that's the time that you want to put in the work to make sure everything is just really stable. We have dry desert, yeah. Okay, so we go from storm to dry desert. I'm just really getting the energy of just making sure everything is rooted, grounded, stable. It's not going to go anywhere. Let me see if there's some sort of tower moment that's going to be coming up. I'm not feeling like there's a tower moment, but it's more like just taking all the little contingencies and little precautions. And, oh my gosh, we literally have the tower card that came out. And we have 5 of Swords. Okay. Okay, you guys. There's still that immature person, this like hater energy for some of you. It could be an older female, a mother, an aunt. It could be a friend as well. They're still hanging around. They're still like very opportunistic, waiting for that right moment to come in and kind of sabotage everything that you've been working for. I just feel like this person is very invested in your energy, and they really have their eye on you. So Spirit wants you to set your boundaries, make sure everything that you're doing is like being held very close to your chest. You're not sharing a lot of information with other people, because that's one way of protecting your energy, protecting your ideas as well, and making sure that when this person does try to create this tower moment, it pretty much is a wasted effort, basically what I'm saying. If you take all the proper precautions, no matter what this person does, they're not going to be able to sabotage your work. This energy is so frustrating because it came out in the last reading, it came out in the Patreon reading. Like, this person is just so determined. Yeah, I'm getting like a very obsessive energy, Gemini. This person is a little bit two-faced. See what else comes out. Chiron. Yeah, this person is like unhealed pretty much. 7th house, relationships. And we have trine, flow. All right. Yeah, this person is just trying to disrupt the flow of things in your, not only your connection with them, but the connections that you have with other people. This person could be wearing a false mask, and they're acting from a lot of unhealed energies within them. So Spirit just wants you to make sure that your house is in order, everything that you're doing is in order, so that you can remain in this flow and that nothing gets disrupted. Okay, I'm also getting like this person is jealous of your connections with other people. If you are in like some sort of relationship or connection, this person is very jealous of that. I'm also getting like some gossip as well. So the less information that you share, the less they have to really gossip about. I'm also seeing we go from 1 to 2 to 9 to 31. So regardless, you are going to keep progressing and leveling up and taking big leaps. We have 8. Success and growth is inevitable. I feel like this person can feel that your success is in the bag, which is why they're just so focused on you. Let me just pull some cards. Simply love. We have manifest. Yeah, this person can feel your manifestations coming through. This person is very intuitive. They could have like a natural psychic gift of intuition, and it's always people's choice whether or not they're going to use that in a helpful way or in an unhelpful way. Stay grounded. It's very important that you don't change who you are because of other people's behavior. It's okay to just be yourself, and it's okay to... This message is coming out of like being soft regardless of how other people treat you. You don't have to harden yourself or harden your heart. Spirit is saying that instead of changing yourself and hardening yourself, focus on putting your boundaries up. Focus on making sure your work is exactly how you want it to be. Continue to focus on yourself and your manifestations. The less you engage with this person, the less they can actually feed off of, and the less successful they will be because they are feeding off of your reaction. And if they can accomplish upsetting you or changing your heart in any way, then they feel like they win. We have the Justice card coming out. So Spirit is saying that You will receive justice for this situation as long as you continue to take the high road and continue to be the bigger person. I know it's hard. Like, I hate hearing that too, because it's a situation that I always have to be in, where I have to like be the bigger person and just kind of turn the other cheek when people disrespect me or treat me unfairly. But it always pans out in the end. If you let spirit handle it, they will handle it in the best way possible. You don't have to do anything. We have Page of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Yeah. Spirit is going to bring in some helpful people, the right people at the right time. I'm also getting like you might be invited to some sort of gathering, some sort of social gathering. And there's two other people coming in here. We have a Page of Wands person and we have a Knight of Swords person. So let me see what these people want. Okay. Page of Wands person is coming in as the devil. Let's see what this Knight of Wands person is. No, I'm sorry, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is coming in as Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Swords. Okay. Yikes. Pile number one, be very mindful of the company that you keep at this time. I feel like even people who are usually for you might get a little bit in their feelings right now, because people can see your manifestations coming in and it's triggering them in a way. It's triggering all these shadow aspects within them, things that they're dissatisfied about in their own life. I'm getting like some of them are experiencing very slow growth and it's frustrating for them. It's very tempting for them to cut corners and to try to like use sneaky tactics in order for them to get what they want. I feel like these people feel like they are running out of time in some way, and it's like this energy of desperation to get what they want. Four of Wands, yeah. It's hard for them to just watch you shine. You might not even say anything to them. You might not even share any information with them, but they see you out there glowing. They can feel your manifestations coming in. They can feel your high vibrational energy, and it makes them reflect on where they feel stuck and the things that aren't working out for them and how they feel like they're being held back in some way. Hold on, a card fell on the floor, so let me grab it. And the Lovers. Yeah, someone's definitely jealous of a connection here. And this could be a connection like with a lover, or it could be a friendship. It could be a business partner. It could be a mentor as well. Pile number one, someone's showing you favoritism and it's really bothering other people. Let me see if I can get some signs so that you can know like what this person's energy is. We have Capricorn, whoa. We have Taurus, we have 12th house. Yeah, very sneaky. This person or these people are probably earth signs, sun, moon, or rising. And because they're not able to get their manifestation, they're not able to get to their goals, they're feeling some type of way. But I feel like a lot of what they do is very much hidden. It's very much like, it's very sneaky. It's a very sneaky energy. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out. We have the Sun. Yeah, just focus on yourself. Focus on what you're doing. Just try to like tunnel vision out all these people and just make sure you're putting up your boundaries. Besides that, let Spirit take care of the rest. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that's coming through. Something with the throat chakra, because My throat chakra is like acting funky during this pile. You may feel like you can't speak up against these people, or like you can't say anything because the things that they're doing is so like beneath the surface. It's so sneaky that there isn't really any tangible proof or evidence of what they're doing. So it's probably better to just keep it to yourself. I mean, trust your intuition that it's happening, but I don't feel like speaking up about it is going to help the situation at all, because there's some gaslighting that's happening as well. Okay, and this happens a lot, like when we're reaching a new level of success. People don't like that. Like, people get really triggered, they get really upset. There's that saying that people like to see you do good, but not better than them. And that's basically what's happening here. And I feel like a few of these people are like people who have supported you in the past. So it's like, where is this coming from? Why did they change all of a sudden? But it's because they feel that you're leveling up and they can feel your manifestations coming in. They know you're about to be successful, and it just really triggers them because they're not happy with where they are in life and they don't see their fruits growing. I'm going to check the chat while I put these cards away. Okay. Sterling says, I do need to clean up around here. Yeah, me too. It's a never-ending story of house cleaning. Whimsy says, sounds like my ex. Raheem says, his mom. Yep, I don't tell my mom nothing. Me neither. She tries. She texts me all the time. She tries to wait for like a moment where she thinks I'm vulnerable to try to text me. Like the most recent one was, I'm worried about you and the boys as school is reopening. Please let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. All rules will be followed. But little does she know, I homeschool them and I don't need nobody's help, especially her help, because she had her chance, right? Whimsy says, Raheem, my mother is the same. Raheem says she gets really mad. Oh no. Raheem says, I've been casted on a very popular show, but I keep her out of the noise. She wants to be famous so bad and gets jealous. I'm on that track. Oh, congratulations, Raheem. I'm so happy for you. I want to watch your show. Let us know when you can, like, more information. My sister has like that same energy where she gets like really jealous of my success with my singing and stuff, and she used to create so many problems. Whimsy says, geez, it's so hard to comprehend that kind of mentality. Yeah, it is. Sterling says, way too divinely protected for anyone's nonsense. Exactly. And as long as you stay on that path, that like righteous path of just doing you and not stooping to other people's level, you will continue to be protected. Sterling says, spirit favors me and that triggers haters. Too bad for them. Exactly. 1000%. Whimsy says, it's still shitty to experience. Yeah, it is. It is disgusting, Raheem. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. And I feel like as you're leveling up in life, you're going to be at a level where they're not going to be able to like access your energy at all. It takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, but as long as you keep leveling up, eventually they're going to find someone else to direct their unhappiness to. Raheem says, you're really smart. Homeschooling your kids will be so beneficial for them. Yeah, it is. Like, they are definitely unique spirited children, and I just feel like that whole school situation was not doing them any good at all. They were just very unhappy. So homeschooling for me, that's what works best. All right, let's get into pile number 2. Hopefully it's like a little bit better energy, because I hate like having to tell you guys about all of these weirdo people who are just like obsessed with their energy. So hopefully pile number 2, we're talking about something different. We have the compass here. Okay. The compass. What's interesting is that on this compass, we have the zodiac sign. So self-mastery, learning about yourself. I'm getting a lot of North Node energy from this pile, stepping into your destiny, stepping into your divine life purpose. We have the Bone Collector, yes. Laying the past to rest. And we have the clock again. So time is coming out like very strongly in this reading. I feel like the collective is very focused on time, on, okay. For a lot of people in the collective, they feel like their time is running out for some reason, or they feel like they might have missed their chance, or that they had wasted too much time on things that were not beneficial to them. Spirit is coming in to say that everything has its purpose, everything has its lesson. So the way that a bone collector goes through everything and cleans all the bones up so that it can be put to use, that is metaphorically what Spirit wants you to do. Go through all the things that you felt was a waste of time and take all the value from that, so that you can transform those experiences into something that is going to benefit you in the next cycle. Okay, because we are stepping into our North Node, our divine life purpose. Okay, there's some sadness that needs to be released regarding being dissatisfied about where you currently are in life. Because I'm getting this feeling like you're not where you wanted to be, or you thought that your life would have turned out a lot different. But understand that the first 30 years of our life is like things that we signed up to experience, to clear karma, to clear our path, to learn things on a soul level. And once we work through all of those things, then we're able to fully manifest the life that we want to live, because the path is then clear. King of Wands, yeah. Let's see what else comes out. Ace of Cups. Ten of Swords again. That came out in pile number 1. We have the King of Swords. Okay. So it's this battle of like creativity and then putting it into tangible action steps. So write down all of your goals, all the things you want to accomplish, all the things you'd like to create, or even the projects that you started and were not able to finish, and then write some tangible action steps. What is the first step that you need to take to get this thing done? Then the second step and the third step. And when you plan it out this way, it's going to give your mind a clear path, a clear vision of how to get it done. Okay, because we have Ace of Cups and then we have 10 of Cups. It's like, it's this Aries energy of starting a lot of different projects, but then getting bored or getting distracted and not being able to finish them. And Spirit wants you to just take those baby steps to start completing certain things, certain tasks, certain goals, finishing what you started. We have the King of Cups. So we have 3 kings coming out. That's like a very powerful energy because you are blending your mental abilities with your creative abilities and your emotional, like your emotions is like the fuel to your creations. But you need that King of Swords mental energy to like really plan it out and make it tangible, really bring it in and ground it in. Okay. Yeah. All right. So Spirit really wants you to put things into perspective. Okay. You have a lot of time, and none of the time that you've spent so far has been wasted because you have learned so much. You've grown so much. Sometimes certain things need a little bit more effort, a little bit more space, a little bit more time to bake before they're ready. Sometimes it takes years for things to be ready. For example, I have like 5 songs that I've been working on for 10 years. And every time I feel like it's ready, something happens. There's some sort of tower moment and it just doesn't work out. Whether the files get lost, the files get stolen, somebody is like giving me the runaround, making me chase them for the files. I have to start over again. And I've even gotten to the point where like a song was ready and then I was like, you know what? This doesn't resonate with me anymore. This is not who I am anymore. So I don't even want to release this or put this out there because it's just not me. It doesn't reflect who I am right now. And that's okay. It's okay because everything is a process and everything is a learning experience. And nothing is wasted on this planet. Nothing. Okay? There's this little bit of frustration here with the universe. I really like this Four of Pentacles because if you are familiar with Alice in Wonderland, this is like the little riddle mouse, and it's like this frustration with the universe because it's like feeling like you're chasing a carrot on a stick in some way, or like you're being baited by the universe to go in a direction that ends up being frustrating and not working out, but it's for a purpose. Just because you can't see the purpose right now doesn't mean that it doesn't have a purpose. I'm also getting that Spirit will sometimes intentionally lead you to things that do not work because they want you to learn that it's not going to work so that you'll stop trying to do things in that certain way. Because once you figure out that that method doesn't work, you won't waste any more time, quote unquote, waste any more time trying to make it work. Okay, we have Venus, we have sextile opportunity, we have Saturn. What did I say? The first 30 years of your life has to do with Saturn constricting you, Saturn teaching you the lessons that your soul signed up to learn when it incarnated on this planet. Saturn bringing in that past life karma and other situations that need to be worked out before you can truly clear the path to manifest everything that you want, before you can truly, before you can truly step into your North Node or your divine life purpose. Leo, yeah. And we have the Unknown. There's a lot of frustration here with Spirit not really giving you like clear answers. And it's for a reason. Like, I feel you 1000%. Like, I feel you with that. but it's for a reason. You just have to trust in your guides and your higher being that you are being led to exactly what you need when you need it, despite how you get there. Okay? They're going to tell you whatever they need to tell you in order for you to get where they want you to be. And that's just because the communication from us here on earth and the communication with spirit, it's like playing that game of telephone where sometimes the messages get distorted or it's not quite accurate, or certain little bits of pieces of information get misinterpreted. You have to give yourself grace. With Taurus and Leo here, like, come on, guys. Have you ever seen a Taurus or Leo person give up? Ever? They don't give up. We have success and growth again. That came out in pile number 1. Then we have rest and reconsider. Yeah. Rest and reconsider. All the things that are not working out, reconsider. Do you want to spend any more time and energy on this, or would you like to try something different? Because if it's not working and it's continuing to not work, then maybe it's time to try something different. Yes, with the mastery card here. A part of mastery is failing. A part of mastery is figuring out the things that just don't work. A lot of it is trial and error. A lot of the times, the first 10 to 20 creations don't look right, or don't sound right, or don't depict the vision that you meant it to. And it's okay to start over and try again. We have seek, yes. We have 2 9s here. 2 9s. So once things start moving for you again, things are going to be moving very, very quickly. It's like everything sprouting at one time. Everything bearing fruit at one time. King of Pentacles. You got all the kings in the deck. Pile number 2. Options coming in. Yes, pile number 2. You're going to get there. I don't think you realize how far you've come, because it's like you're measuring all these different things at the same time. But if you really just measure your material, physical growth, your physical work, I think you'll be surprised. If you just individually measure your mental growth or your emotional growth, you will see that you are a lot closer than you think. I'm trying to think of an analogy. It's like getting to level 99 in 4 different games, but then thinking that you're not good enough because you didn't reach level 100 yet, without realizing that I'm level 99 in 4 different games. If I put all that energy into one game, I'd be level 200 or 300 or 400. So recognizing that you're a lot closer than you think, because you've been working on so many different areas of your life, you're almost there. You have so many options that are coming in for you, pile number 2, and you have that new beginning that you've been waiting for, where you get to fully live the life that you've always dreamed of, and let go of this 5 of Pentacles energy of being left out in the cold, failure, things not working out, feeling frustrated. Let me see if there's anything else that wants to come out of here. Cancer. We have square, challenges, Jupiter, expansion. Beautiful. Start looking at your challenges as opportunities for you to grow, expand, and get better. All your failures have a purpose. It teaches you what's not working. And this Cancer energy coming in of like Cancers are very, very soft, but they're also extremely resilient because, like a crab, they have their shell to protect them that they can hide in when they feel vulnerable. Cancer, the crab also has like a portable home, a home on their back. So learning to detach yourself, detach your expectations, learning to be a little bit more trusting that everything you have is exactly what you need right now, and whatever you need that you don't yet have is already on its way. Okay, pile number 2. Let me put this away and see what you guys are talking about in the chat. Lindsay says, strongly drawn to number 2, Pisces North Node. Me too. I'm a Pisces North Node too. Mine is in the 12th house. Lindsay says, dude, the last reading I chose said the same thing about time. Interesting. I think I remember that reading. This card came out in that reading too, huh? I like this card a lot. Sterling says, Spirit frustrates me with that. I like to know the whole plan and what's up beforehand. Me too. Me too. I get super frustrated, and like as a tarot reader, I'm able to help other people. I'm able to see what's going on with them. But when it comes to getting answers for myself, it's like very mysterious. Even if I were to like click on another tarot channel, I would get the same message where they're like, your guides are really funny, your guides are not wanting to reveal any information, they said it's a surprise, they said you have to figure it out on your own and use your intuition. I'm like so irritated by it. I'm over it, which is why I don't even really ask anymore. Everything I ask Spirit has to do with like right now, in this moment, what I should be doing right now. And I just stopped asking about the future because I'm just annoyed. I'm like hella annoyed. Whimsy says, yeah, I definitely don't give myself enough credit. Thank you. Same 12th house. Oh my goodness. So you have a Virgo South Node in your 6th house too? Charlie says, and that's why we're here, huh? Yep, that's why we're here. Exactly. But I really feel like if we were given too much information, then it's like cheating on the test, you know? So we get clues, we get the study guide, but we don't get to actually cheat on the test. Okay. Pile number 3. Rock bottom, pile number 3. What in your life is being rebuilt, or what in your life needs to be rebuilt? There could be more than one thing. There could be several things that need to be rebuilt. But it's time to start making those moves. It's time to start doing it. Rescue, and we have a sacred pool. Okay, pile number 3. Nobody's gonna rescue you, pile number 3. You have to save yourself. Okay, and you definitely have all the tools, all the information that you need. You are absolutely capable of saving yourself, of healing yourself, of rebuilding this situation. And it starts with you loving yourself. It starts with you making time for yourself to heal yourself, to acknowledge that you need to start over in some way. This could be a small thing, this could be a big thing. I'm not getting a specific. A lot of deconstruction. Deconstruction. Six of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Two of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Those two came out in pile number 2. The Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, pile number 3. So this could be a deconstruction of a connection. I'm also getting that it could be something relating to work as well. This was a really unexpected change. I feel like it was so unexpected that it kind of side-blinded you and caught you off guard. And there was a few moments that you needed to take to kind of like recollect yourself and like ground in and actualize what is going on, that this is really happening. But it's time to start ascending again from that. We don't want to stay in this energy of being stuck at rock bottom or being stuck in loss and just being unwilling to get back up. It's time to dust yourself off and get back up. I'm getting like that there's like another person involved in this situation. So somebody could have I'm getting disappointment. Somebody disappointed you. Somebody was very disappointing. They were not what you expected at all. And you came at them with an open heart, very authentic, with love, with compassion. And I feel like they kind of trampled on you, pile number 3. We had rebuild come out. Yeah. This could even be involving your work, like you shared your work with someone and they just completely tried to destroy your self-confidence. But regardless, you're going to grow, you're going to bloom. We have blossom, we have the Nine of Pentacles with these beautiful flowers here. You don't need this person to achieve success. You don't need this person to achieve success. Your independent energy is so strong. I feel like it was intimidating for this person. Your strength was intimidating for them. What is this? Page of Wands. There's these cards again. We're getting a lot of repeat cards. So this could have to do with pile number 1. This pile number 1 person could have just completely caught you off guard. You trusted them. They were your friends. They were a potential love interest maybe. They could be a family member, and they just totally pulled the rug from under you and revealed their true colors. Again, with this concept of time, I feel like this person played a very long game, like a long con. Yeah, I'm getting like the long game, and it didn't work out for them. Sorry for the noise. My husband is literally right outside the window. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, but it's live. It's real life. And I told him it was okay for him to do the yard, so. Anyway. We have Leo coming out again. We have Pluto, transformation, 7th house of relationships, Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, this person was just not revealing their true selves this entire time, and it's very disappointing that they aren't who they say they are, first of all, but who they showed themselves as. And I just feel like Spirit came in to kind of like reveal this person's true colors so that you don't spend any more time or energy on this person. It's very disappointing. I am getting some past life energy here, so this could have been like a past life person that you had karma with. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this person is worth the wait. If you're waiting for this person, I don't think they're worth the wait. It's probably better to just focus on yourself, pile number 3. And where was that? Didn't we have the 9 of Pentacles come out? Yes. Okay. You are this 9 of Pentacles person, very independent. You don't need anybody to take care of you, whether that's physically, emotionally, mentally. You've got everything that you need. Financially, okay? Whoever comes in your life and creates a connection with you, it's a privilege for them to know you. It's a privilege for them to be in your life because you don't need them. You don't need anyone. And that is a very strong and confident type of energy. It's very intimidating for other people. It triggers them. It highlights all of their own shadow aspects, especially if they want to like control you or they're very possessive. The focus here right now, pile number 3, is just rebuilding whatever you felt was destroyed in this tower moment and just kind of healing whatever feelings might have been hurt in that process, because you're a very strong person. I feel like it was not a super hard blow to you, but it did catch you off guard and it did kind of like unstabilize you just a little bit. It's time to bounce back from that energy and just get back into your strength and get back into your power. And that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 3. I hope that that helped you. I'm going to put these cards away and check the chat. Whimsy was drawn to number 3 too. Every damn thing needs to be rebuilt. Damn it, I know. Aww. Better now than later. Sterling says, I've hit rock bottom so many times before in different areas of life. You learn how to save yourself and get back up and start again. Yes. I feel that. Like, I've hit rock bottom so many times. When I try to explain it to people, they just get this like glazed over look in their eyes, like they don't even believe some of the stuff that I've been through and experienced, because it's lifetimes worth. like several lifetimes worth of bullshit. But the more that you do that, it becomes second nature. It's like nothing surprises me anymore, really, because I've been through worse. I've already experienced worse. Whimsy says they sure did, was the most open I had ever been. Aww. Sterling says it's so important to release the energy of disappointment as soon as possible. You don't want to wallow around in disappointment, not even for a second. I agree. Because the more disappointed you are, the more disappointing things you attract to yourself. So I try to look at disappointment as like dodging a bullet, saving me from something that was not for me, or something that maybe I thought I wanted, but eventually I would have decided it's not what I wanted. Whimsy says, agreed, yes, queen, same, it's been a life. It has been a life. It has been. All right, pile number 4. And then I can do some $20 readings if you guys want to. The info is in my description box. I'm like looking out the window to see where he is with the lawnmower. I think he's done. Like he was literally right outside the window. All right, pile number 4. I'm hearing that song by Creed, With Arms Wide Open. Pile number 4, your guides want you to focus on the future. Your guides want you to know that the possibilities for you are endless. There are so many different ways that you can experience what you want to experience. Your guides really want you to release worry, release fear, release doubt. We have the Gentle Gardener coming out again. That came out in pile number 1 as well. We have Magic Prayer, and we have Field of Dreams. Pile number 4, there is a very strong desire that you have in your heart. You've been thinking about it constantly. You've been praying for it. You've been dreaming about it. I'm also getting that you've been having nightmares about it, because all of that subconscious fear, doubt, apprehension, worry, all of that comes out in your dreams and works itself out in your dreams. It's very important that you kind of create a log of what you're seeing in your dreams, pile number 4, because there's some important messages there. So, for instance, you're dreaming, you want to take note of where you are, what you see, anything that stands out to you. Are you on a sidewalk? Are you on the subway? What kinds of shoes are you wearing? What's happening? What people do you see in your dream? What are they saying to you? You want to take note of these things and look up each individual symbol and try to understand the message that your subconscious is communicating with you. Pile number 4, you're about to have a new beginning. Okay, and I feel like there's some worry regarding when that new beginning is going to happen. There's some self-sabotaging here with these limiting beliefs. We have death, yeah. The more you go over this in your head and get really in your head about this, the more you actually delay your new beginning. Okay, so there is this tendency here to try to like micromanage your path, because you want to know what's happening, you want to know all the details, like For instance, if you're going on vacation, you want to know all the details of your itinerary and where do you go and where do you check in and what are the amenities that are going to be available to you, and you want to know all the things. But Spirit is saying just let that go, because that right there is self-sabotaging you from actually stepping into that newness, that new energy, from fully transforming into what you want. And your dreams are specifically highlighting the things that need to be released. It's a lot of mental conflict in pile number 4. Pile number 1 was outside conflict from other people, from haters, manipulators. But pile number 4, this conflict is happening internally. So if you resonated with 4 and 1, you have to nip this internal conflict in the bud so that that pile number 1 energy, that external conflict, can't get in. Okay, 2 of Cups. I feel like a lot of people are checking for you, pile number 4. Like a lot of people either have a crush on you, they want to date you. A lot of people like to keep up with what you're doing. They might not talk to you, but they check your social media platforms just to see how you're doing. Like a lot of people are in your energy, in your little bubble, whether you want that or not. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Justice. Okay. Yeah, just you're on a lot of people's minds. And you might feel that pull energetically and not understand why. You'll know if someone's thinking about you a lot because they'll just pop up in your head for no reason. And it'll happen like several times, and you'll sit there and be like, why am I thinking about this person? It's because that person is so focused on you, focused on your energy. I'm getting like this might be an ex as well. For some of you, it's an ex. For some of you, this is someone that you've known for a very long time with the Hierophant here. Pile number 4, some of you are getting an apology. I feel like you've waited so long for this apology though that by the time it comes in, you're just over it, like you don't care anymore. We have Uranus, yes, love to see it. We have the Sun, we have the 5th house. Yeah, I'm definitely getting an ex coming in. This could even be like a fling or a one-night stand, like they're not over it. Okay, we have Uranus here. Uranus in the Sun, in the 5th house. Pile number 4, your energy has been shifting lately and you're becoming a little bit more rebellious to the point where it's like you don't care who notices. I'm just getting like, I'm seeing 2 middle fingers. Yeah, I'm totally seeing like Tupac, middle fingers up, like you just don't care anymore. With the 5th house, you're being led to follow your passions. There's a reason why you're so focused on this desire, this experience that you've been manifesting. It's because you feel so passionate about it. And the reason why you feel so passionate about it is because it's a part of your soul's journey to accomplish or experience this thing. And it's like this energy of just needing it or wanting it so bad that you just don't care about everything else. And you don't care if how do I say this? It's like pile number 4, you could be very much someone who's like self-aware of how other people perceive you, but you want to accomplish this goal so bad that you don't even care about what other people think of you anymore, because you need to do what you need to do. And that is what Spirit is guiding you to do. I think I was supposed to pick some cards from this deck, so let's get some. Open up. Giving and receiving, manifest again. What else? We have lead. Yeah, take the lead, pile number 4. Giving and receiving. Yeah, I feel like in the past you were so focused on like how you're perceived, how other people see you, on helping others, being in servitude of others. You might have very strong Virgo energy in your chart, but it is time to do you. It is time to focus on you and your desires and what you want. Okay, and take the lead on accomplishing that. There's a reason why this keeps coming back to you and why you are so focused on this, even subconsciously. There's a reason why you're dreaming about this. That is your communication from Spirit. Okay, so we have 2 messages coming through. That message about your dreams and your desires, following your desires, and then also that message about this person or more than one person from the past that wants to come in and apologize to you or whatever. I feel like you don't really care, but sometimes we don't care for the apology, but it's nice to know that they apologize. It takes a lot for people to apologize sometimes. So it's a nice gesture even if we don't want it. North Node, yeah, 10th house. Ascendant, and a card fell on the floor. Hold on. Chiron. Yeah, this is basically reiterating what I already said. So a lot of North Node energy has been coming out lately in this reading, the previous reading, and the one on Patreon. We are really shifting into our purpose. And with the 10th house here, it's like in a way that other people can see, because the 6th house is like privately, but the 10th house is like your reputation, your legacy, what you're known for, what people see when it comes to your work or the way that you pursue your goals. You're also mastering your ascendant sign and learning to use your ascendant sign as a superpower, as what it's meant to be for. Your ascendant sign is the mask that you wear to protect yourself as you pursue your goals, as you go through this journey of life. So really tapping into that ascendant first house energy is going to help you ground in and help you on your manifestations. We have healing here. I want to find out what specifically needs to be healed. What specifically needs to be healed? Ten of Wands. This feeling of being overwhelmed, this feeling of biting off more than you can chew. How can you maneuver yourself to carry this load a little bit easier? Because there's a difference between carrying, the way that he's carrying these wands, right? He has it tied to his back. If he didn't have it tied to his back, it would probably be very hard and very stressful for him to carry this load. So metaphorically speaking, how can you lighten your load? How can you organize yourself in a way that makes things less burdensome on you? Are there tools that you can use to help you? The way that he's using this wheelbarrow to carry fruits or vegetables. What are some of the tools that you need to set you up for success so that you are not stressing yourself out, worrying yourself, or taking on more than you can handle? This is also about delegating tasks too. And it's also about making other people accountable for their BS and not letting them, basically not wiping other people's butts, basically. Okay? They need to take care of themselves, and you need to take care of yourself. Pile number 4. And that's what I have for you. I hope that that helped you. Lindsay says, yesterday I had ghetto gospel playing in my head. Ooh. Resonating with this as well, or whatever. Yeah, or whatever, because that's how I feel. They can apologize. It's a nice gesture, but I don't really care either way. And it's not going to make me change how I feel about them, and it's not going to make me welcome them back into my life. Like, it's just not going to happen. Sorry. And if you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to join us on Patreon. I'm going to probably film that exclusive reading tomorrow. And if I can, I will post it tomorrow as well. I'm not really like on a schedule yet. I'm still figuring it out. And I am going to restock my personal readings. I know I keep saying that, but then stuff happens and then I get really busy during the week. And I'm not able to like do personal readings, but they're coming. They're coming. But I've been like working on my other business, like my main business that I have with my husband. I've been typing a lot. I've been working on my healing workbook. I'm like maybe halfway done, maybe not halfway, but it's getting there slowly but surely. And honestly, I haven't even like really wanted to mess with my nails or do any of that. Just really focused. Let me see what's going on here. Hey to the people who are still joining. How are you doing? Make sure you say hey in the chat. Okay, so if you want a personal reading, go ahead and send that in now. The links are in the description box. If not, I'm gonna hop off of here in a little bit. If you have any other questions, leave them in the chat. Spirituality, anything. Raheem says he enjoys the Patreon membership. Awesome, I'm glad. sad. I want to start like posting more astrology stuff on there too. Like maybe the basics of how to read your chart, how to make sense of it all, because I feel like that's the hardest part, is looking at your charts and understanding what exactly you're looking at, what your placements are, and then once you understand that, you can like dig in a little bit deeper and start finding out more information about yourself. So I want to start posting that as well, and it's only $1, so what is this? Yeah, and let me know like what other type of things that you'd like to see on Patreon, because I'm open to suggestions. Very open to suggestions. Oh, I'm gonna try something new with this live. So after I get off this live, I'm actually gonna make the video private until it's done processing, and then I'm going to release it when it's done processing, just because the processing takes like 12 hours and it really messes everything up. Like it messes up the numbers, it messes up the likes, the comments, the description box. Like that whole processing situation is ridiculous. So hopefully that works out. I just thought I would let you know in case you wanted to listen back and you don't see it there. That's why. Okay. It says my chat disconnected. Why is it doing that? Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect to you. Oh no. Okay, successfully connected. Okay. If I missed anything that you said, then just resend it, please. Whimsy says, I checked my synastry with someone with one of the links you shared. It was interesting. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Very welcome. I've been studying my kids' charts. So like I'll use both of them, the circular one and the table one, and then I paste it into like a Google document. And it's really helped me a lot, especially with my younger kid. Like I finally understand how his little brain is wired, because he's different. He built different. Have any of you checked out Astro Finesse? I'm still listening to his videos. I listened to a few of his Leo ones, like the Leo placements, because my kids have Leo placements. And he was a lot nicer to Leos in those videos. So I was happy about that. But the Leo Sun one, though, that was just straight disrespectful. That was just rude. Whimsy says, I don't think so. I forgot his name. Astro Finesse. I'll send you the link. But I thought it was really good. I think it's really helpful, especially the outer planets like Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and he even does like Lilith. So the Lilith one was very interesting as well. Whimsy says, "Oh, good. I came across sun sign things on Facebook and they really trash talk Scorpio." Aw, I'm sorry. I love Scorpios. My best friend in high school was a Scorpio. Like, she was amazing. And of course, my kid is a Scorpio. And my stepdad was a Scorpio. And everybody hated him, but he loved me. Like, I never had no problems with him. But everyone else hated him. So I guess I just vibe with Scorpios. Everyone's different. The sign that honestly, I wouldn't say I don't get along with this sign, but they always have a tendency to like do some sneaky stuff to me, would be Capricorn. I don't know why. Like, all the people who have done like horrible, mean, disrespectful things to me have all been Capricorns. So that's interesting. But I don't hold it against them. I'm not like, I hate Capricorns. It's just, you know, it is what it is. There's low vibrational people and there's high vibrational people. Whimsy says it was comical. Yeah. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Okay. So I've been, how do I even articulate this? I might go on a tangent, just warning you. So I have been doing some research lately about, where do I even begin? How do I start? So everyone talks about like demons and like possessions and stuff like that, and I've been really like working with my guides about it, trying to understand like how things fully work and how that incorporates with the movie The Matrix, right? So in The Matrix, they have agents that pop up out of nowhere and they're like trying to create obstacles for the main characters and all of that. Well, we have that same concept happening in our day-to-day life, right? Where we have quote unquote agents that pop up to just create obstacles in our day, make our lives a little bit harder, maybe mess with our emotions, get us frustrated, or block our path in some way. But it's like, okay, how do I explain this? So some people who usually don't believe in any sort of spiritual stuff, any sort of woo-woo stuff, they basically walk around every single day unprotected. Like, their vessel is just wide open for anything to like step in and out and manipulate their actions and their responses. An example, a Karen. So Karen, she's living her day. She's very open to outside entities using her vessel because she is easily manipulated and her emotions are very extreme. So the entity decides to step in, it's called a walk-in, and use that vessel for their desire and then walk out. And it often leaves the person wondering, like, why did I just do that? Why did I respond that way? I'm not acting like myself. And this happens like all the time. In my experience, it happens all the time. I will just be out there living my life and somebody out of nowhere just comes in and is like trying to get in my bubble, trying to like upset me for no reason. It's usually at the grocery store because that's like the only place that I go. I really don't be like going out in public and hanging around people like that. But I've been noticing that a lot lately because some people describe it as like somebody literally materializing out of nowhere just to mess with you, but I really feel like it's more of a walk-in type of situation where these outside entities influence people to engage with us or to behave in a certain way. And a lot of the times, okay, a lot of the times, it's a little controversial, a lot of the times it's people who drink a lot of alcohol, who do a lot of drugs, especially methamphetamines, even some people who smoke a lot of marijuana can leave their body wide open, psychedelics, all of these things open your body up for other entities to come in and kind of control you, manipulate you, because you're not fully grounded into your body. So I've been really noticing this lately. I've been really like peeping this because I want to understand. I want to understand why when I go out and I'm minding my own business and I'm not bothering nobody, that this always happens to me. Whimsy says, you got my attention. I haven't seen that movie yet. It's really, really good. It's so good. Whimsy says, but this year I have been hearing a lot about this movie. Interesting. I'm giving with this theory. Yeah, it's very interesting. Definitely watch the movie. I actually don't know where I can watch it right now because I was trying to look it up and see what app was like streaming it or whatever, and I wasn't able to find it online. Like, I feel like they don't want us to watch it, but it's so good. All of them are good. I think there's like 3 movies. All of them are so good. And it is basically a metaphor for this incarnation where everything is a simulation. It is like we are in a game. We're spawning in a game. And there's like parts where they go up into, I don't know what it's called, where they detach from their physical reality and go into their spacecraft, which is basically their higher self, which is the one that's controlling the avatar that's on Earth and all of that stuff. It's so interesting. And when you look at this movie with a spiritual eye, it makes a lot of sense because it's very sci-fi, it's very like practical and tangible, but when you look at it from a spiritual perspective, it makes a lot of sense and it answers a lot of questions. So I've been noticing that a lot lately. I've also been noticing like some weird things with the timeline. Stacy, I see your question. I'll get right into that. I've been noticing some weird things on the timeline. I have been noticing this since around like 2013, 2014, but I didn't really like understand what was going on. I was just like, okay, well, that's weird. But then I was scrolling on TikTok and I saw some videos about the Mandela effect. So if you go on TikTok, you type in the Mandela effect, you can watch like 10 videos about it. It's basically the same information over and over again. But that stuff like blew my mind. Like, I'm freaking mind blown. I'm mind blown. Because I'm just mind blown. Like, I can't even explain it. You have to go watch it. Yeah, it's called the Mandela effect. And I want to know, like, if you heard about that, if you watch the videos, let me know later in the comments which group you're in, like, of your memories, because I'm definitely in the group that remembers Pikachu with a black tip on its tail, that remembers Looney Tunes spelled with Toons, like all of that. It's mind-blowing. Yeah, you need to check it out because I'm just like, what in the actual F is going on this planet? And I literally, like, I'm mind blown. I can't stop thinking about it. And when I align it to my life and the drastic, sudden changes that I went through in 2012 and last year that were just completely unexplainable for me. It's just like night and day. I woke up one day and I was like a completely different person. It's really like I'm mind fucked by it, to be honest. I am, like, and I've been thinking about that for the past few days, just like, oh my God. Oh my God. Whimsy says Anna's patience has met their end. I gotta go play. Have a good day. Okay, love. Have fun playing with Anna. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. All right, Stacy. I got you, boo. Stacy wants to know what is next in her spiritual journey. Okay. Let me give this a good shuffle. Make sure we clear out any energies from the previous readings. What should Stacy focus on in her spiritual journey? What is the next level? Okay, Two of Swords. King of Wands. Page of Cups. Six of Swords. Okay. So there's a decision here regarding releasing some outdated beliefs regarding spirituality, some things that you have learned growing up regarding what spirituality is. I'm getting like you could have grown up Christian, believing one way, believing that certain things are evil or taboo, and Spirit is asking you to kind of deconstruct those limiting beliefs so that you can properly analyze new information and see things for what they truly are. With the Six of Swords here, moving away from surface level spirituality. So surface level spirituality, I'm trying to think of an example. To me, surface level spirituality is like reading the Bible. So the next step from that is learning to decode the Bible. After you sort of decode the Bible, exploring other types of religious texts and seeing how all of these different religious texts overlap, how they work together. So that's just an example. Really zooming out and seeing the big picture of things, how everything fits together. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Three of Pentacles, connecting with other people who are on a similar spiritual path with you. So making sure you're cultivating your social media to show you, how do I explain this? So basically we know that when we're on social media, we train the algorithm and tell it what to show us. So you want to start training your algorithm to start showing you more things about spirituality, whatever topic you are interested at this time. I'm getting like very broad, just higher learning. I'm also getting like, what is it called? It's like comedicism, but it's like, not, what is it called? There's this YouTuber, her name is Makalesi, and she takes ancient texts and she decodes it and she talks about the messages in the text. She basically decodes it and explains it into tangible ways that this knowledge can be used in this incarnation. So basically, training your social media to open up the pathway for spirit to send you messages or to send you topics for you to learn about. And you do that by searching things that you're already interested in and liking the post or commenting on it or interacting with it in some way. And eventually you train the algorithm to be able to show you those types of posts. And why that's important is because spirit will use the algorithm to show you things that you might benefit from, that you might want to learn about. So really opening yourself up to receiving those messages, specifically getting some sort of like new age type of comedicism where they talk about the Book of Thoth, but it's not in a traditional sense. It's more of a modernized version of it. Wizard of Awareness. Yes, expanding your awareness. And this all starts with a choice to move in this direction. Also asking your guides to send you more messages, telling your guides that you are open to receiving and to learning and to taking this next step in your spirituality. A lot of observation and using your own discernment to figure out whether you resonate with that message or not. Deep freeze. Okay. A lot of deconstructing things that you've already learned about spirituality and leaving yourself open to expanding off of that and to learning about that. Let me get some cards from the Numinous Astro. Ascendant, your outlook, yes. Your perception, your observation, your awareness. You have Aries, okay. If there is any sort of fear that you have regarding spirituality or researching certain subjects, Spirit really wants you to challenge yourself and really go in and face your fears. So for instance, I used to have a fear of like learning about some of the darker aspects of spirituality. For instance, like learning about demons and learning about demonology, because I was afraid that if I researched about it, that I would open myself up to these entities coming in and messing with me. But I learned that by challenging that fear and learning about the things I feared, I actually made myself more powerful, because now I understand exactly what they are, how they function, and how I can protect myself from them because of that. So really like facing all of those spiritual fears, and start small. Start with the small things. Start with the small things and move on to some of the bigger things. And it's going to empower you. Exactly. Exactly. Fourth house. It's also going to help you protect your home. Pisces, the mystic. Okay, so we have some feng shui coming out here. I don't know if you've been drawn to feng shui before or in the past, but Spirit is saying that feng shui will actually help you energetically within your home. So just doing the basic things like starting with furniture placement, mirror placements, some very basic cures, not anything too crazy, because some of the feng shui cures are like ridiculously expensive. None of that. Some of the more basic cures, and that will help the energy in your home and up your protection of your home as well. Trine flow, yeah, it's gonna help the flow of your house. Let me see if there's anything else that comes out, but that's basically what I'm getting. Let me know if you have any follow-up questions or questions about any of the topics that I talked about during this reading. Okay, yeah, very much this energy of like starting from a clear state, oh my goodness, I didn't even say that right. A clean slate. Yes. Yes. This is just more confirmation. So start from a clean slate. Reevaluate everything that you've already learned, expand on that, study the opposite of it if you can. Really transform your beliefs regarding certain things, especially things that you think are bad, evil, taboo. Really challenge that and face your fears regarding spirituality. The more information you learn, the stronger you will become, the more it will empower you and actually protect you in the long run. Chemeticism, like modern chemeticism, new age chemeticism is coming up very strongly, as well as some feng shui. Yeah, and that's what I have for you, Stacy. She says that makes sense. Okay. Do you have any follow-up questions about any of this? You're welcome, love. Definitely check out Makalesi. Like, I really enjoyed her videos. I used to watch her a few years ago. Let me try to see how you even spell her name. Hold on. YouTube. I'm trying to look her up. She doesn't really update anymore, but she has a lot of videos like from years ago. Okay, you spell her name Makalesi, Makalesi. Stacy says, protection comes in many forms. I need to choose spiritual protection. Yeah, it comes in many forms, and there are a lot of layers to it. So the more layers you put up, the better. And feng shui is like a good starting point, because you can use the things that you already have, the things in your home, your furniture, your mirrors, and just place them in a position that helps the energy flow and that helps protect your home. It also helps, like, it lets you know where you should be putting certain plants too, if you have plants outside. And then from there, you can work on protecting your physical body, your physical avatar, so that when you leave the home, you're carrying that protection with you. I also have some like feng shui and protective stones and stuff in my car with me, so I do that as well. And eventually you get to a point where you don't really have to think about it, because it starts in your mind. Everything else is a tool that helps you harness energy and helps you train your mind to, it's like existing in this sense of knowing that you're protected. Oh, you keep it in your bag. That's perfect. Perfect. That's really good because it also protects your bag too, like from theft and stuff. So that's a good one. That's a really good one. The other thing that you can do for protection too is really tap in and work with your guides, because your guides, each individual one, has their own method of protecting. They have their own things that they are able to do, their own gifts, and each one has different access, if that makes sense. So your ancestors, like a great grandmother or great great grandmother, they're going to have more access to certain parts of your life than some of the other guides that you have on your team. So the more you work with each individual guide, it's like putting up all these different spiritual barriers over different aspects of your life. Let me get some water. I'm definitely getting like at least 5 guides to start with, because our spiritual team is very vast, but the number 5 is sticking out to me. There's 5 particular guides. They could be ancestors, they could be they could be angels as well. Let me see. Could be angels. Do you have any animals? Because animals are another layer of protection. So getting in touch with that. You know how earlier when I was talking about walk-ins and people having their vessels open for things to come in and out? Well, that's how animals are. So animals are basically open vessels for our guides to step in and out and communicate with us. And that's why our animals have very unique, particular personalities, because it's not only one personality that's coming through, it's multiple guides using the animal as a vessel of communication and also protection. A hamster, oh cute. And a fish, yes. Fish are amazing. Fish are really good for protection and for abundance. Feng Shui talks about how to use fish to protect your home and enhance your abundance. And it's all about the placement of where you put your fish tank, the type of fish that you get, and then I've had this in the past where if I'm under spiritual attack, one of my fish will actually die. And that I've learned is the fish basically taking the blow for me as another layer of protection. But that's only happened with fish. I've never had like a cat or dog take the blow for me in that way. It's usually just fish. Boss Lady says I can't keep hamsters alive. Yeah, that's probably why. And sometimes it's not even like somebody particularly targeting you or trying to hurt you. It's not always someone like having a voodoo doll of you and like doing black magic against you. It could just be a collective negative energy, like a buildup of collective negative energy that people are wishing onto you that can cause that to happen. This is our 5th hamster. Oh my goodness. Look up the hamster animal totem, because there's a reason why your family is so strongly drawn to the hamster. So look up the animal totem and learn a little bit more about what that totem represents and what it communicates to us. That might help you. And then it might also help to get some protective fish, so then maybe the fish can take the blow instead of the hamster. Like, that's really traumatizing. That's like really traumatizing. Let me see. Let me look up the hamster animal totem. And then after this, I'm going to get ready to hop off of here. Animal totem. They're so cute. Their little cheeks. Okay, it says hamster symbolism teaches you to save for a rainy day. It's a sign. Okay. It says when the animal shows up in your life, it could be a sign that you are becoming greedy or too protective of your belongings. Okay, it says it can indicate that you are a night owl. Okay. Interesting. It says hamsters are very territorial animals, and so an encounter with one reminds you to protect your personal space and energy. Hamster symbolism prompts you to sniff out the many opportunities around you now and to seize them. This creature encourages you to be happy and playful. If you've been living in solitude, this animal's presence represents the need for you to reconnect with friends and family. And it could be urging you to take care of your physical and mental health. So I feel like subconsciously you guys are drawn to the hamster for protection, because it is a protective animal. I didn't know that. How am I liking my new place? I love it. I love it here. I'm never going back. I don't want to move from this place like ever. I really love it a lot. It's very spacious. There's a lot of storage, which I like because I'm like obsessed with organizing things. So I love it. It's very hot though. I will say that. It's super hot. We are right by the ocean, a little bit above ocean level, so it gets scorching. I have like this little USB fan that I can charge, and I take it around the house with me everywhere. It saves my life. Hey to everyone who's still here, who's still watching. I love you guys. Thank you for liking the video. I really appreciate it. I have a lot of silent supporters, which is totally fine. Like, I get it. But just know that I appreciate you. I see you. I feel you. And your presence is welcome. I'm in Hawaii. I'm on the Big Island. So the biggest island in the chain, that's where I live. But I'm originally from Oahu. I love Oahu. I miss it so much. But it's crazy over there. It's very overrun. It's crowded. The traffic is really bad. It's hard to find somewhere to live. The tourism is crazy. It's definitely not the same. Yeah, it's really cool. I love Hawaii. I will never leave. Sterling says gems of information and wisdom in all the piles to name from. Awesome. I'm glad. Because that is the whole purpose, is to give you guys the information that you need right now to help you guys on your path and to help you understand what exactly is going on. I love that. Okay, my dears, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm going to continue on with my day, probably go help my husband in the yard. And I will next see you guys on Patreon. I'll probably get that out tomorrow, and then Wednesday or Thursday I'll have the normal pick a card reading. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the video, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.